All of this was shot on the iPhone 17 Pro. No rigs, no tricks. But can it actually be a filmmaker's tool? Let's find out. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Patrick, I'm an indie filmmaker and I've shot shorts on the Arri Alexa and my main camera is Lumix S52X. But this time I wanted to see if the iPhone 17 Pro could really replace my camera the way most beginners would actually use it. Straight out of the pocket. No cages, no gimbals, no ProRes, just the phone. So I packed my bags and headed into the Austrian mountains to test it. With my usual gear, hiking up those trails would have meant hauling an entire crew, cases, bags, and everything with me. But with an iPhone, it was just in my pocket the entire time and I could just start shooting whenever I want. So, the phone is sharp, the quality is great, and I love the 8x zoom. Also, the stabilization is fantastic, especially in the action mode. This is me running up the hill, handheld, no gimbal, and you cannot tell at all. The convenience of it is unreal. One moment it's navigation in the car, the next it's out of my pocket filming cinematic shots with zero setup somewhere on the top of a mountain. And for the record, this entire voiceover is recorded on the iPhone 17 Pro in the voice memo app, no external microphone. Of course, there are limitations. In low light, especially when zoomed, the image starts to fall apart. You see grain. For filmmaking, you can tell this footage is shot on a phone. It's super sharp and has that HDR look, but if you play around with it in the editing, it can look pretty solid, even if you didn't shoot a log. Depth of field is another thing you should remember. You just don't get that cinematic separation you would get with a cinema camera or of course a full-frame sensor. The new camera control button is really cool, I really like it and I use it a lot, but sometimes my fingers would just brush over it mid-shot and it would switch cameras by accident, which was not the greatest. Since I'm coming from iPhone 12 Pro, I'm just maybe not used to the camera control button, but I really thought I would not like it and turns out I really enjoy using it because it feels super familiar. And yes, the battery drains faster when you're shooting 4K all the time while using GPS to navigate Austrian mountains, but it's not a deal breaker, it's just something to keep in mind. The battery was not horrible, it was still amazing, but I did have to plug it in once or twice when heavily shooting and then navigating afterwards. So, can the iPhone 17 Pro really replace a cinema camera? Not really. But is it a filmmaker's tool? Absolutely. For behind the scenes, travel films, inserts, or even shooting your first short film? Yeah, absolutely, this phone can deliver. Especially if you push it with log or ProRes in the Blackmagic camera app. But even straight out of the pocket, you can get footage that looks great with just a little work in the editing. If you're considering the iPhone 17 Pro, I hope this gives you a filmmaker's perspective on what it can and cannot do. Could you shoot an amazing looking beginner short or even a beginner feature with it? Absolutely, especially if you're a thinker with the raw ProRes recording and log and shoot within the Blackmagic camera app. But you can also capture amazing footage just in the native camera app. No rig required, so that is a super amazing tool. Thanks for watching, subscribe if you want to see more indie filmmaking chaos, and I'll see you in the next one.